Now here, we want to look at how the principle of differences in densities among entities work. Isn't it? Which means the general explanation of this experiment shows you that one liquid has more density as compared to the other. Now I have work for you that we are going to do. Work number 2. The first one was for using regular objects compare whether it can be high, isn't it? The last concept I want to teach you here, I have covered this, okay? And now I'm going to open it. I have opened, but water is not flowing. Which concept is that? Which concept is that? Air exerts pressure. Now some of you teach air exerts pressure that runners. And one of properties of air is air exerts pressure. The concept is here. I have stopped air from entering into the experiment. My name is Teacher Navasa Stewart, and I'm the Technical Programs Manager for River Flow International. And we are here at Koborwa Primary School in Chubuku District, specifically for the effective or for the practical and hands-on training of the science teachers in district for the 20 schools that received the new approach primary science kit in this district. For very many years, we have actually suffered with a lot of challenges related with cram work or the learning of science in a theoretical way, and also we have suffered with challenges related with the examination malpractices, learners learning very early in the morning and very late, early in the morning and very late in the evening, and all these for the effort to make a learner cram a concept or a content. Now, with the introduction of the new approach primary science kit, we are looking at transforming to the practical way of learning to be able to develop competences among learners as early as primary 7. And of course, as we do that, we will also be preparing learners to transition very well into the secondary competency-based curriculum. And of course, this program has not been possible with our own effort, but with the support and the funding from Ministry of Education. Here in Chubuku, we have 20 schools that have been piloted, but of course across the country of over 128 districts, we have at least 20 schools in each district having these kits. And it is being distributed in a phased manner. And these kits are being distributed based on usually the 5 worst performing schools and then the 15 best performing schools. That is the criteria that is being used. And of course, like I said, the program started in 2021 and now we're in 2026. That is about 6 phases. And we believe, like we have seen the impact of this approach, then we believe each school in this country is going to receive this kit, and every learner will have the opportunity to access quality learning, quality science education, and of course we look out in the country that is going to be scientifically elite, that is going to produce innovations that are going to solve the challenges that we are having in our country. When you look at this kit, it will contain things that the teacher will find very hard to actually improvise with. I can say if a teacher is teaching, he can easily make a chart. That's an improvisation. But we know that learners learn better when they hear, when they see, and when they do. So that's how we introduce, for example, models. You'll find there when the teacher is teaching about support and locomotion or the skeletal systems in primary 7, then they are able to access, for example, a model of a skeleton. When they are teaching about optics, they have some material that are helping the learners to visualize what they are learning, not only hearing about them, but of course performing some experiments that help them to develop competences. And the kit covers classes from primary 4 to primary 7, and I can't forget to say that it was developed together with NCDC and it was approved and certified. There has been a very big gap, like I said in the beginning, for very many years. Teachers have taught learners to cram concepts. Teachers have suffered with learners to teach them to only pass exams. But yet these days we want a learner who is competent. I mean, the learner who has a set of skills, a set of values, and a set of attitudes to be able to use the knowledge learned in class to solve a problem or to be able to create something that solves a problem in their society.
What has been your experience with the teachers during the training?
Most of the teachers across the country have found that they are excited just like the learners. They want to learn more. And usually as teachers, we are not given opportunity to showcase our ability. But in practical sessions and trainings like this, we are able to see what teachers can do. And we are able to see the value the teachers are adding, and maybe where they are missing gaps, then we are able to cover up. But the teachers are doing something that we should focus on to improve, and is going to help us get the achievements of actually our education in us. The fact is, we still have a few female science teachers, not only in education, but even in other scientific sectors, in medical, in engineering. So generally in STEM, we still have few ladies. And all these stem from very many factors, and some of them you can link them to the way we teach. Others you can link them to society norms. In some societies, we know people don't value girls' education. And also, we have not become intentional on ensuring that we promote girls' education, especially in STEM. We know we have many girls now accessing education, but we have not been intentional on a girl child being involved much in STEM careers and of course STEM subjects at lower education, like secondary and university.
What is your expectation after these trainings?
Of course, after this training, I expect that the learners are going, my participants, after this training, I expect that the participants who are the teachers are going to go back competent enough. One, to be able to train their counterparts, because we have very few from each school now, and also they will be able to implement the practical way of learning. They do not just teach learners to hear concepts, but they also perform experiments for the learners to see, for the learners to do themselves and appreciate the science. Otherwise, learners are still thinking that science is something that comes and falls on them. So that's what we are trying to fight, to remove that phobia of fearing science. Yeah, now this program, it started with only UPE schools, but currently as an organization, as the innovators of the science kit, we have expanded to even private schools. And there is no private school that have reached out to us and we have not helped them to get this science kit. Either by giving them and they keep paying slowly, or if they are able to purchase at a cost similar to the one which is given to the what? To the primary schools in government institutions.
I'm the District Inspector of Schools, Chibuku. And today, 17th, Tuesday, we are having a capacity building of science teachers in schools. We were told to select the 5 best performing schools in 2024 PLE results, and then the worst 15. So we made a total of 20 schools. And we were supported by the Ministry of Education. And I want to take this opportunity to appreciate the government of Uganda and the Ministry of Education, and also River Flow International, because they are the ones who have given us the science kits. And today, River Flow International has sent a facilitator to take through the teachers on how they are to use the equipments which are in the science kits. Basically, that's what is happening today here in Chibuku district. And from what I've gotten from the teachers, they have appreciated the innovation, and they have already seen where the gaps are. They have been teaching from abstract. Now they are seeing the real practical life, which is in line with the new curriculum, creating skills in the learners. Teaching from abstract, they admitted that some of them had never seen an overflow can. They were seeing it for the first time from this training. Now for us as a district, we believe this has come to to support us, enhance our teachers with knowledge, and we believe our performance will improve. Kibuku being a rural school, a rural district, we've not been performing so well in PLOE because of the challenges, as you know, being in the rural setting. But when such innovations come, we empower teachers. They get knowledge and they acquit themselves on how to improve performance in the teaching and the learning of the learners in schools and in their respective classes.
Have you been having some of these facilities?
No, this is the first of its kind to have in our district, and actually that's why I started with appreciating the government and Ministry of Education, because we've not been having these facilities, and Kibuk was sampled amongst all the districts in the country. Kibuk was among them. That's why I'm appreciating them, that we've also been put on board to see that we get the equipments.
Yes, my name is Andrew Siko. I'm a teacher of Gov't Primary School. Today we have had a training on the science kits that were given to us from Ministry of Education. I first of all want to appreciate Ministry of Education for considering the schools to be given these science kits. The training has been so wonderful in such a way that all what we have looked at today has never been there in our primary schools. Me, I started teaching in 2000, but I had never seen models and apparatus like we have been provided by the Ministry of Education this time. These science kits give opportunity to our learners and the teachers to have hands-on activities. Like we have been teaching very many concepts in abstract, like the skeletal system, the simple machines, the measurements. We have been teaching them in abstract.
What do you mean?
In abstract, it means that we have been teaching them theoretically, not practical. But with the provision of these science kits, all the apparatus has been provided. Pupils or our children can touch, they can use them with very many. By the way, let me tell you that it can give them interest of learning the science, because they will be seeing, they will be touching, and they will be applying them to acquire knowledge. So this workshop has helped us to ensure that as we go back to teach our learners, we shall teach the head, we shall teach the hand and the heart. That is to say, the head, they will be able to acquire the knowledge. With the heart, they will be able to change their attitude about the way science can help them to live everyday life. It is also going to help them to acquire several skills as we use these science kits. So lastly, I want to appreciate Ministry of Education for supplying us with these science kits. They are going to help us more in the teaching of science.
My name is Namngenge Irene. I'm the head teacher at partn'p Primary School. First of all, I thank God for this day. I thank the Ministry of Education for organizing such a workshop and giving us the science kits in primary schools. This has never been there, but we thank God that this year those things are there, and we expect our learners to learn all the senses. They are going to touch, they are going to smell, they are going to do each and everything, and we're expecting good results this year. I also thank our education department for organizing such a workshop, because as teachers we have gained the knowledge, we have also gained some experience, and also we have got some friends. I know we are going to share this experience so that we can impart this knowledge to other teachers whom we have left at school, and they are going to deliver this information to the learners. And I know these learners are going to get more knowledge, and they are going to feel each and everything. And now each and everything is going to be practical. So I thank even the media for coming and also taking our views. Thank you very much.
How has it been before with this kind of kits?
We thank the facilitators, especially the facilitator who has come, and even the workshop. It has been so good. The facilitator has been friendly, and before we never had this. But this time we have got this knowledge. I know we are going to implement this one to our learners.
I mean,